Thoughts on the Dr. Disrespect YouTube video? Which one? The one where he talks about we're suing the F out of Twitch? Here's my thoughts on Dr. Disrespect's situation. I had great discussions with people on Devin Nash's Discord. I'm a huge fan of Devin Nash, and the people on his Discord are pretty cool guys and gals. Here's what's going on. Dr. Disrespect had a contract with Twitch, and this is somebody from the Devin Nash thing that brought up the distinction. He wasn't just a partner, he was in a contract. So when you're in a contract, it's a two-way street. Twitch has obligations, Dr. Disrespect has obligations, and terms and conditions and time limits and all that. Apparently, based on what Doc said in his not today's live stream, but a couple days ago, it was a 10-figure deal. No, 8-figure deal. We're talking $10 million at the very least. And it was to end in September of this year. You have to think of what's at stake, and not this kind of stake down here, right? What's at stake in Dr. Disrespect's contract is not the current $10 million or plus that he would have had. It's the positioning he would have been in the industry to negotiate this coming September 2021 to move forward. That's a huge piece. I'm worth 10 million now. This is how actors do it. This is why he has an agency. This is why he has a whole system. He's not just a streamer. He's an entire business. When he's in that position of $10 million for 2021, that was my last contract. The next contract is increased significantly. And the thing is, the revenue he would have brought in, especially during 2020 through 2021, during the height of the pandemic, when Twitch saw record numbers like they've never seen, he was in a great position to negotiate the next level. Base Guy says, we probably won't know anything about it for a long time, if at all. Most likely, if he has a case, they will settle it with an NDA, and that'll be the end of it. Okay, let me tell you about my thoughts on that. There's a lot at stake. Again, a lot at stake. His position is at stake, not the money that he lost, the position he would have been in, plus the revenue he would have gotten from subscriptions and whatever. He stated in that same video, now assuming everything he says is true, which I don't think he would lie, and it didn't sound like he was exaggerating either. What he makes on YouTube is about 1/4 of what he used to make on Twitch. That's a huge drop. So his positioning is important. The second thing, and he commented on this, the second thing that hurts with the ban, his name is plastered all over the headlines and stuff, right? Saying that he was banned, and no reason why. And he says, do you think a company like Nike, Disney, all these like big brand names care to work with someone with a big question mark? And he has a great point. They won't touch him with a 10-foot pole. So now what do? You're Dr. Disrespect's camp. What do you do? Okay. He says he knows the reason that he was banned. In the beginning, nobody knew. He didn't know. His team didn't know. He said for months now, he knows the reason he was banned. Now he has to play it smart. He doesn't say why or anything like that. But he said right after and that's why they're suing the F out of Twitch. Okay. So think of it from a legal point of view, or don't think of it from a legal point of view. Think of it from a business and branding point of view. Doc he has lost his bargaining power, he has lost his position in the industry, and he has lost potential future collaborations because of this big question mark. If he remains silent, it will be assumed that he accepts that outcome and the reasoning, and that he deserved it, and he knows he deserved it. He's not like a small-time guy that doesn't have the money to fight it and doesn't have the resources. He absolutely does. They've backed him into a corner that he has to fight it. Thing is, he didn't want to fight it, because what if it was something that was like legit, like some technicality or some garbage, but it's legit. If it was a reason that's bad for him, he would not want to litigate, because that would expose even more how bad it is. So like, that's why people settle. That's why companies settle with an NDA clause, because they don't want to show that like, oh yeah, we totally screwed up or whatever. All right, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Because if you knew how much they settled for, you would assume, oh my God, that company totally screwed up. And then the public would know, or other brands would know. So they go for the NDA. Now, the flip side works, right? He probably would not want to sue if he knew he would get exposed and it would hurt him. So he would just let it go. Just stay quiet. He would never bring it up again. He brought it up though. On his own, he brought it up. That's interesting. Now, on the flip side, does Twitch want him to sue? Will Twitch go to the mat? Will they settle? They might settle, but they might not. Because if Twitch wants to dig its heels and say, no, we are absolutely justified. This is such a big, it's a high stakes situation from either side. Because if Twitch digs its heels and goes to the mat and says, we're not settling, we're going to trial, we're going to expose everything we did, and we're going to expose everything you did, the whole public will know, right? If Twitch legitimately bans streamers or not. Now imagine if you're a huge streamer with a huge contract with Twitch, right? And you see them ban the Doc, and he's a huge influencer. Business-wise, he rakes in a lot of money. You see them ban him. You don't know why. That's their business. But then it's exposed in trial that Twitch banned him because they were being, let's say, some executive didn't like him, or somebody wanted to be vindictive and hit him back hard and show him a lesson, teach him a lesson. As a big streamer, do you want your company to continue working with Twitch? The moment an alternative pops up, you're out of Twitch's contracts. You're never coming back. Or if YouTube starts, YouTube is probably watching too. If Twitch is exposed and big streamers are like, hey, I'm really uncomfortable with what Twitch did. I don't want to work with them anymore. YouTube's gonna be like, all right, come on over. Come on over. And YouTube is slowly building up their streaming platform, but it's not as good as Twitch. You've got that in the mix. Then you've got on the other side of it, right? If they offer the doc the exact amount of money, $10 million, let's say, or whatever it was, would he take it? No, because it's not about the money. It's about the positioning. Taking the 10 million does not put him in the position to negotiate this year's contract for another 10 million. It doesn't. He's still behind. It also doesn't erase the bad press that he got. Now, nothing a court can do can erase the bad press that he got. That bell, they say in like law, that's a bell that cannot be unrung. Like once you ring that bell, it's over. So now you've got this problem. What does he need? What does he need to be made whole if they violated? If they come to the table and they say, we were wrong. What do you want? Does he want to work with them again? Get reinstated? That's a tough call. That's a really tough call, because if they agree to bring him back, then they're gonna try to get back at him. Like, how can you trust those guys? It's such a huge situation that's like gonna be very difficult to navigate, but I'm sure they have a plan and they have to have a list of things that they would accept. The most common civil trials that go to trial, most civil trials up to like, what, 98% or something, come to a negotiation before trial. They never see a jury. Okay, the last couple percent go to trial in front of a jury, and it's the reason is because it's so risky. And I believe a lot of civil lawyers don't have trial experience and they don't know what they're doing. Me having trial experience, knowing what I'm doing, I think a lot of these lawyers came out of law school and like worked in like whatever, never had actual training on how to do trials, and so like they're afraid of going to trial because they don't even know what it looks like. They've just read about it in books. And trial is really hard. Trial is like the surgery of law. There's a very high percentage of doctors who go to trial. Why doctors? Doctors get sued a lot, but why do the doctors want to go to trial? A doctor usually wants to go to trial in a civil lawsuit because his or her name is on the line. They're like, no, I'm not gonna settle. Why? I mean, you just pay him like $10,000. No, I'm not settling because my name is on the line. Someone said I did something wrong and I didn't. Like, yeah, it's 10 grand. What's 10 grand to you? You make 800K a year. They're like, I don't care. It's my reputation. And that's what the doc has too. Because if he settles and it's an NDA, brands might think, oh, well, he settled for like a nominal amount, 10 grand, a million, whatever it is. We still don't know what really happened. What he really did, we'll never know. He might not want that. He might want to say, no, you guys admit that you were wrong. I want to prove that I was right. That's what's at stake. There's a lot here. And this is like a saga waiting to unfold. I can't wait to make the documentary. This kind of stake down here points to his crotch. Thank you very much, Superbad, for the intellectual addition to this conversation. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye now. See you later. Get him out of here. Get him out. Throw him.